how to buy more than the $15,000 IBAN limit per person per year. That's what I'll be sharing with you today, the little known legal IBAN loophole that I discovered a few weeks back. With IBANs yielding 7.12% right now, and our expectation that this 7.12% will go up even higher in May, I've been trying to figure out a proper way to add more IBANs to our personal portfolio with our extra cash, even though the Treasury wants to limit how many IBANs we can buy every year. Well, figure it out I did, how to go beyond this $15,000 annual limit. My husband and I each individually just added another $10,000 of IBANs to our names on top of what we bought earlier this year. In fact, we could have added even more, but decided against it for now. More on why later. By the end of this video, you'll know how to do this too, and with a step-by-step tutorial, no less, if you decide that it's the right financial move for you. Because what's right for us may not necessarily be right for you. Be sure to watch this video all the way through. The devil is in the details, and I don't want you to trip yourself up by ignoring the fine print and doing something you shouldn't be doing. Let's talk first about how to buy more than the $15,000 annual IBAN limit per person, and how you can do this too, step by step via the Treasury Direct website, if you feel this is the right thing for you to do financially. And afterwards, I'll go over the most important IBAN caveats or catches. Make sure you watch this part as well to ensure that you've done everything properly. So, as it stands now, you can buy $10,000 of IBANs per year for yourself, normally via Treasury Direct. That's the limit. Plus, you can buy an additional $5,000 of IBANs per year with your tax refund, if you get a tax refund. You're only allowed to buy the lesser of $5,000 or whatever your tax refund is, in $50 increments. To do this, go via your tax preparer, your tax software, or if you're filing a paper return, complete Form 8888, Allocation of Refund, including bond purchases. But did you know that you can also gift an IBAN to someone? So, say that I want to gift $10,000 of IBANs to my husband Marcus. To do this, I would go into my Treasury Direct account and buy $10,000 worth of IBANs as a gift for him. This IBAN gift that I buy for him would stay in my Treasury Direct account, but separate from my personal holdings, in this electronic gift box, until I decide to give it to him. Now, Marcus's name is already on this IBAN gift. I can't change that. I bought the gift for him and it stays his, with his name and his social security number attached to it. I can't simply decide one day to put my own name and social security number on his IBAN gift and give it back to myself, say if we get into a big fight or something. But the thing is, even though Marcus's name and social security number are on this IBAN gift that I bought him, and it belongs to him legally, he doesn't actually have his gift yet because it's still sitting in my Treasury Direct account in this electronic gift box. I haven't given it to him yet, or in Treasury Direct speak, I haven't delivered his IBAN gift to him yet. Marcus only gets his IBAN gift when I choose to deliver it to him from my Treasury Direct account to his Treasury Direct account. And I'll walk you through how to do this delivery in our tutorial as well. Basically, Marcus's IBAN gift is sitting on ice in nowhere land. Call it a state of limbo. I can't get my $10,000 back because I already bought Marcus's IBAN gift, and his name and his social security number are on it. But Marcus, he also can't access his $10,000 IBAN gift that I bought for him, or do anything with it for that matter, because I haven't given it to him yet. He doesn't have it. Having said that, this IBAN gift of Marcus's that's sitting in the gift box in my Treasury Direct account in the state of limbo, waiting to be delivered to him, this IBAN gift starts to earn interest immediately and is subject to the same conditions and restrictions as any normal IBAN. Here's what I mean. Marcus's iBond gift started earning 7.12 interest from the date that I purchased it, even though it's sitting in my account in the gift box. Marcus's iBond gift also will have his rate adjusted for inflation 6 months from the date that I purchased it, even though it's sitting in my account in the gift box. So if I bought his iBond gift in January 2022, the next rate adjustment would happen in July 2022. And the minimum 1-year holding period on Marcus's iBond gift, that also started from the date that I purchased it, even though it's sitting in my account in the gift box. So in this example, the minimum 1-year holding period on Marcus's iBond gift started in January 2022. I repeat, the minimum 1-year holding period started from the day that I originally purchased the iBond gift for him. It does not start from the date that I deliver it to him. So again, in this example, that's January 2022. This means that if I deliver the iBond gift to Marcus's treasury account in January 2023, his iBond gift has already met the minimum 1-year holding period while it was sitting in my account in the gift box. And he can turn around and cash it out straight away. If Marcus does this though, he will lose the last 3 months' interest as an early redemption penalty. The only way for him to cash his iBond gift out without this early redemption applying is to wait until January 2027, 5 years after the date when I initially purchased the iBond gift for him. In a nutshell, this means that with me buying Marcus' $10,000 iBond gift this year in 2022, after he's already maxed out his own annual purchase limit of $10,000, he now effectively owns $20,000 of iBonds, double what he would have been able to get on his own. It's just that $10,000 of his iBonds are sitting in my account as a gift to him and not in his own account. But this $10,000 of iBonds are still his. They still belong to him. He just can't access them right away, but rather he has to wait until I deliver it to him. And what I would then do is deliver Marcus his iBond gift in a year when he does not max out his annual iBond purchase limit of $10,000, because any part of his iBond gift that I deliver to him counts towards his purchase limit for that year. So if I delivered him his $10,000 iBond gift this year in 2022, he'd go over his annual limit because he's already purchased $10,000 for himself, which means I'll wait until 2023, 2024, or after to deliver him his iBond gift. Basically, any year when he hasn't maxed out his annual limit himself. Say, because he doesn't have enough excess cash to buy more, or because he feels that inflation has run its course. Also, I don't have to deliver Marcus's $10,000 iBond gift to him all at once. If he buys only $5,000 of iBonds next year, I can also just deliver him 5 of his $10,000 iBond gift, just enough so that he doesn't go over his annual limit. In fact, I can deliver Marcus as little as $25 of his iBond gift at any given time if I wanted. And that, my financial friend, buying iBonds for one another this year as gifts and delivering these iBond gifts to one another in later years, that is the legal iBond loophole that allowed the two of us to add more iBonds to our personal portfolio. And this doesn't even include any additional amounts that we might be able to purchase with our tax refund, if we're getting one. We're probably not, unfortunately. Now, we gifted one another iBonds because at a 7.12% yield right now, iBonds are a great gift to give if you have the extra cash to spare. Plus, we haven't gifted one another anything since the pandemic started. This iBond gift is his though. If everything went south for us and we ended up in divorce court, which we hopefully won't, but if we did, I can't take this gift back and use it for a fancy vacation for myself. And likewise, you can't borrow someone else's name and social security number under the guise of buying an iBond for this person as a gift and then take the money back for yourself. Only the person named as the iBond gift recipient can cash out the iBonds. The applicable rules in the Electronic Code of Federal Regulations on IBANs, the ECFR for short, state clearly that the gift bond will be registered in the name of the recipient. The registration is irrevocable with regard to the owner named on the gift bond. Don't break this rule. But let's say you do honestly want to gift your spouse, another family member, or your best friend IBANs, like I gifted Marcus his because he already reached his IBAN purchase limit for the year. Here's how you would do it, step by step. You'll need to have a Treasury Direct account already to get started. If you don't, take a look here at our step-by-step tutorial on how to buy an IBAN. It'll walk you through how to set up a Treasury Direct account for yourself first. So, assuming you do have a Treasury Direct account, log into it like I just did here into mine. After I've entered my password, I'll be taken to my account summary page. I'm going to click here on Buy Direct. This is a screen that will appear afterwards for me to choose what I want to buy, or in this case, what gift I want to buy for Marcus. I'm going to select Series I, that's the IBAN, and click the Submit button. This registration page will now appear. If I've previously gifted something to Marcus, his name should appear in this drop-down list. I haven't though, so I'm going to click on Add New Registration. On the next Add New Registration screen, there will be the option for sole owner, primary owner, and beneficiary. I'm going to click beneficiary because I want to add myself as the beneficiary on the IBAN that I'm gifting to Marcus. I hope and pray that nothing happens to him, but if something does, then at least I know that I don't have to jump through hoops and fire to sort out ownership of this IBAN that I'm gifting to him. Then I'm going to fill out Marcus's name and social security number under first named registrant and add my name and social security number under second named registrant as the beneficiary. If I didn't want to add myself as a beneficiary on the account, I could have just clicked on sole owner and only completed the first name registrant section with Marcus's information. Either way, once I've done this, I'll check the box, this is a gift. Don't forget to do this part. Now I'm going to submit. I'll then be directed back to my account registration page. The registration I just added will now be the drop-down list. The POD stands for payable on death and just means that I'm the beneficiary on the account. Now I'm going to enter the purchase amount, anything between $25 and $10,000. Then I'll select the bank account that I want the money to be deducted from. As you can see here, I can buy the IBAN as a single purchase on a specific date. As regularly scheduled purchases, for example, weekly or monthly, or on specific dates like the day after my paycheck hits my bank account every month. I opted for single purchase, and here's the purchase review page that I got afterwards. I'm going to make sure that everything is correct. If something is wrong, I'd click edit to go back and make corrections. But everything is correct, so I'm going to click submit. And voila, here's my purchase confirmation page. Marcus's IBAN gift is purchased and will soon appear in my Treasury Direct account. Now, let's fast forward and assume that it's time for me to deliver Marcus's IBAN gift from my Treasury Direct account gift box into his Treasury Direct account. Two things to note here. First thing to note, I have to hold the IBAN gift in my Treasury Direct account for at least 5 business days before I deliver it to Marcus. According to Treasury Direct, this 5-day hold protects them against financial loss by ensuring that my ACH debit has cleared before the IBAN gift is moved into Marcus's account. Second thing to note, before I deliver the IBAN gift to Marcus, I have to make sure that I have his Treasury account number. If your gift recipient does not have a Treasury Direct account, he or she will have to open one online first and then give you their Treasury account number to complete the delivery. So, delivering Marcus's gift to him. I go to the My Account page and click on the Gift Box tab. Here, I can see all the gift bonds that I've purchased. I only have this one here for Marcus. If you have multiple gift bonds that you've purchased, you'll need to choose the one that you want to deliver to your recipient. Do know that you can only deliver one bond at a time, even if it's to the same person. I'm going to click submit, and this detail page will appear next. So now I make sure that everything is correct. If anything is wrong, I'll click return to make changes. Everything is correct here though, so I'm just going to click deliver. What appears afterwards is this delivery request page. I can choose to deliver the full amount of the IBAN gift to Marcus or a partial amount. Let's say that I'm going to deliver the full amount. Here, I have to add Marcus's Treasury Direct number. You would add the Treasury Direct number of whoever you're gifting to. Then I'll click submit. This will take me to the delivery review page. I'm going to double check all the information for accuracy. If it's correct, I'll click submit. If not, I'll simply click edit to go back and make any changes. And here I have it, the delivery confirmation page. Once Marcus's IBAN gift is delivered into his Treasury Direct account, he'll receive a confirmation email. First, any IBANs that you purchase as gifts are not counted towards your own annual purchase limit in the year you buy them. The ECFR, the Electronic Code of Federal Regulations on IBANs, clearly states in its Q&A section, what is the principal amount of book entry Series EE and Series I savings bonds that I may acquire in 1 year? Answer: bonds purchased as gifts or in any fiduciary capacity are not included in the computation for the purchaser. But clear as this reads, I still wanted to be really certain that I understood everything correctly. So I literally went through hundreds of pages on the ECFR and waited on hold for hours to speak with 2 Treasury Direct representatives to confirm all this, both on paper and verbally. One of the helpful agents even pointed me to sections on the Treasury Direct website which say the same thing. So basically, in any given year, I could buy $10,000 of IBANs for myself, and then I could give $10,000 of IBANs to Marcus, $5,000 to my sister, $1,000 to my mother, and so on, assuming that I have the cash to do all this, which I don't, unfortunately. But you get the picture. You can gift an IBAN to anyone that you feel is worthy, and it won't impact your own annual purchase limit via Treasury Direct. You just need the recipient's social security number. Second, any IBAN that you buy or transfer to someone else as a gift gets counted towards their limit in the year that you deliver to that person. As with every great legal loophole in life, there's always a catch of sorts. Here's the ECFR again. Bonds purchased or transferred as gifts will be included in the computation of the yearly IBAN limit for the account of the recipient for the year in which the bonds are delivered to the recipient. And again, from the Treasury Direct's website, thanks once more to the helpful Treasury Direct representative who pointed this out. So as I mentioned earlier, while I can buy IBANs as a gift in nearly unlimited amounts, the delivery of the gift to the recipient is subject to the same limitations as the normal purchase of IBANs by the recipient himself or herself. So Marcus, he can only acquire $10,000 of IBANs in any given year, either by buying them himself or by getting them as a gift, meaning I can only deliver this $10,000 IBAN gift to him in a year when he hasn't purchased $10,000 of IBANs for himself, or I'd put him over his annual purchase limit. That's why I'm not doing it this year, because it would put him over his limit. The great thing about gifting an IBAN though is that you can hold it for as long as you want before delivering, before giving it to the recipient. You can even hold it until it reaches maturity. So I could wait 30 years if I wanted to give Marcus his IBAN gift. Or I could wait until I think inflation isn't nuts anymore and it doesn't make sense to add any more IBANs to our personal portfolio, in which case I would deliver the IBANs to Marcus the year that we stop buying IBANs and maxing out our individual annual limit. In theory, I could even have gifted $20, $30, $40, or $50,000 of IBANs to Marcus if I had that much excess cash that I didn't need for the next year. And if I had bought $50,000 in I-bonds for him as a gift now, this year, I'd deliver $10,000 of this gift to him every year for 5 years. Transfer it from my treasury account to his treasury account so that I don't put him over his limit. This assumes he doesn't buy anything for himself, of course. But who knows where inflation will be in 2, 3, 4, or 5 years? That's why we went with smaller amounts. Third, Marcus is responsible for the taxes on the I-bond gift that I bought for him. With I-bonds, local and state taxes do not apply, but federal and certain other taxes do. The person that is named the owner of the I-bond, the person that is receiving the I-bond gift, is responsible for the taxes due, not the person gifting the I-bond, with a few exceptions, and the most important one I'm going to get to right now. Fourth, buying I-bonds as a gift count towards your annual gift exclusion amount, which is currently $16,000. If I decide to gift my sister $20,000 of I-bonds this year, I'd have to file a gift tax return on IRS Form 709. This limit is per donor, per recipient. Typically though, this $16,000 limit does not apply when gifting between spouses, but do check with your tax advisor first because as usual, there are exceptions. Fifth, just because this works for us doesn't mean this works for you. As I always say, everyone's financial journey is different. I don't know your specific situation. Having said that, if you think it makes sense to chat further and see if we can work together to inflation-proof your finances, then drop me a note at jennifer@diamondnestegg.com. Because you'll want to understand your financial plan going forward and how much liquidity you think you'll need in the next few years. As excited as I am about I-bonds in a gift box, the rules and limitations on delivery may mean that you and your recipient may not be able to access them in any given year, even if you or your recipient would need the cash. Bear in mind too that all of this is based on my interpretation of the Electronic Code of Federal Regulations and what's written on the Treasury Direct website, plus the lengthy conversations with the two helpful Treasury Direct representatives who did confirm this. But all this could change very quickly. Until recently, I-bonds have been primarily ignored by the general public, and for good reason, because inflation has been under control over the past 40 plus years, at least for the most part, and I-bonds haven't offered much upside. Well, inflation isn't under control anymore, and I-bonds do offer a good upside for the time being, as well as certainty. And as more and more people start pouring into I-bonds, and more folks like me start combing through the fine print, who knows whether the rules will change and whether this loophole may be restricted or closed altogether. But for now, as of this taping, the legal loophole is still here. So you might as well use this to your advantage if you have excess cash lying around and if you feel it's suitable for your circumstances. Take a look at this video here if you don't have a Treasury Direct account yet and want a step-by-step guide on how to set one up and buy an I-bond for yourself first before gifting to your loved ones. Or our other inflation videos here if you're interested in more top money must-dos during times of high inflation. Guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget that thumbs up, and I'll see you again next week with another money-saving, wealth-building video.